Oh my god! It actually happened! I cannot tell you guys how absolutely just... It... oh my god. It's so beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Twice. And today, through tears of joy, I'm going to be describing Crimson Lore Metatron. For those of you who do not know, maybe those of you who are new to the channel, oh hi, by the way, I know I've been away for a while. For the past, I'm not kidding you, 3 weeks, I've been working. I was in South Florida for 2 of those weeks, doing work with some things that I was doing with my aunt, and it was really complicated. I had to leave early because of things I had to do back here. And then I've been running a debate camp for the past week, so this is the first chance I've had to make a video. But oh my god, what a video to make on a comeback, because Crimson Lore Metatron, I prayed so hard to the gods of Bushiroad that they would bless us with a Metatron remake, and I thought that they were going to give us a Legion. But instead, no, they gave us a Limit Break card, but my friends, that's fine too. That's okay with me, because here's her ability. Limit Break 4. Choose one of your rear guards and put it into your damage zone face up. Classic Metatron skill. Choose a card from your damage zone and call it to the rear guard circle. If you have a card named Crimson Impact Metatron in your soul until end of turn, that unit gets plus 3k and the ability of Counterblast 1 and put it into your damage zone. When that unit's attack hits a Vanguard, you may pay the cost. If you do, you choose a face-up card from your damage zone and put it into your hand. So a couple of things to note here. One very complex skill, which makes sense. This is Metatron. I do hold that Metatron, at least Break Ride Metatron, is probably one of the most technical decks in all of Vanguard. It's so much damage manipulation that it's kind of hard for a non-seasoned Angel Feather player to really get a grasp on it initially, because there's so many different things you can think about. This card kind of builds on that. So first of all, you're putting one of your rear guards into the damage zone, which is fine because there are certain cards from the Crimsons that work well in the damage zone. For instance, the Grade 1 and Grade 2, it's been so long that I've forgotten their names. I'll remember eventually. Either way, so if they're in the damage zone, you can flip them, counterblast them, and give your Vanguard 3k. So that's actually pretty good that you can put one of those in the damage zone and maybe swap it out for something a little more useful. And then, of course, you have to have Crimson Impact Metatron in your soul, but that's fine because you can ride her, and I'll explain with the next skill that's pretty easy to do. Actually, I mean, you can probably see it, so let me just read it. Choose one of your rear guards and put it into your soul. Choose a card from your soul, put it into your damage zone face up, and choose a face-up card from your damage zone and call it to the rear guard. This card works in 4 different zones. Rear guard, damage zone, hand, and soul. That's a lot for one card to manage. This is going to be a very technical deck. So, you're giving that unit plus 3k, which is fine. Clearly, I would say this card is meant to work with Battle Cupid Nokiel, who is meant to be called, and then you can like switch a card in your hand for a card in the damage zone, regardless of whether it's face-up or not. So that would actually put Nokiel at 11k, which means that it can actually hit the Vanguard, so this skill wouldn't be wasted on it. So, that Counterblast 1, pretty easy to mitigate. This is Angel Feather after all. Taking counterblasted cards out of the damage zone and replacing them with cards in your hand or cards on the field is not difficult to do at all. There's a number of different cards that can do that. Again, Nokiel is probably the most well-known. And of course, the ability to put a card from your damage zone into your hand is good because it just gives you more switching ability. And the cool thing about this is that I'm getting the Pegasus in my mind. For those of you that don't know, the main ally of the Metatron deck, back when it was relevant in like late Season 2, early Season 3, when Angel Feather got its break ride, were the Pegasus, which was Million Ray and 1000 Ray Pegasus. They're 9k and 7k respectively. Their abilities are that when you put a card into the damage zone at all, whenever a card goes to the damage zone, to get plus 2k. That's pretty good, because then 1000 Ray becomes a 9k booster, and Million Ray becomes an 11k attacker, who of course can hit a Vanguard by himself. Those are some pretty solid numbers. Now, of course, if you use this ability, first of all, one of your rear guards goes to the damage zone, so that's 1. Then you choose a card from your damage zone, call it to the rear guard circle. Let's say it's Nokiel. Okay, you can use Nokiel's skill, you can switch a card from your hand to the damage zone, that's 2. Okay, then you have Metatron, whatever, gets +3. Then let's say the card's attack hits, then you put it into the damage zone, that's 3, and then you can choose a face-up card from your damage zone and put it into your hand. Okay, so you get a +1 in your hand, and, well, yeah, it's a +1 to your hand, really. So you get 3 switches, all with just one card's abilities really going off. True, your rearguard does have to hit, but it does rely only on the initiation of this one card and a single counterblast. That's not too bad. So 3 switches translates to 6,000 power for your Million Ray and your 1,000 Ray Pegasus. That means your Million Ray goes to a 15k attacker, and your 1,000 Ray becomes a 12k booster. That, my friends, is a 27k column. Not that hard to do, and since they're 9 and 7k respectively, they're pretty decent cards just by themselves without even having to switch, because they have that good solid power base. This is a Limit Break 4, but that's okay, because the secondary skill will allow you to have more control over the things that you place in the rearguard. So getting your, I forget what kind of Celestial she is, it's Lumiel, it's the Limit Break enabler for Angel Feather. Getting her on the field in order to use this ability like early game is probably not going to be too difficult. Yes, you're going to have to run Metatrons in your deck. I don't really see that as being a problem, because the secondary skill, of course, allows you to put one of your rearguards into the soul. Riding a Metatron on grade 3 and then just riding into this doesn't seem like it's going to be too big of an issue. I'd like to see what other Crimson support they come out with, if they come out with any, because already we've gotten plenty of other great, and I mean great, Angel Feather support. So I think that you could run this, maybe like 4 of this, obviously, 2 Metatron, and then I'd say 2 of the new card, Black Shiver Gabrielle, who's the, you know, Gem Break 2 and Stride bonus card. So, pretty solid deck that you can have. It would be pretty viable. The only real issue, I would say, is that, you know, if you don't have your Limit Break enabler, then this card isn't as useful because you have to wait until the late game. That's not too big of an issue these days because you're allowed to stride early on, which allows you to get that center column pressure while you wait to get to 4 damage to use your Limit Break in the late game. So this thing, I mean, not this thing, she, I'm going to call her, you know, by the proper pronoun. She is amazing. She looks amazing. No one should deny this. If you do, you're a horrible person, and I don't like you as much. I still like you, but not as much. Yeah, she's incredible. Literally, I mean, I could go on for days. Not days. Well, maybe days. We'll see. A long time about all of the things you can do with this card, because there's so many things you can do with this card. So many different strategies. I cannot wait to start testing with this card, because, you know, like, this is the quintessential Angel Feather. So many, you know, technical abilities going off at once, so many strategies, fixing your damage zone, fixing your field, fixing your hand, to get the best advantage possible, and doing so with long-term strategy and the best card art in the entire game. This, my friends, is probably going to be my new Season 5 avatar. Sorry, Victor, but we have Metatron now. But yeah, I'm definitely building this deck. I know I said I was building Great Nature, and I know that didn't happen because at the time I didn't have the money. That should hopefully change with the coming semester and all of the stuff that's going on financially in my life. You know, good news. It's all good news. That's great. And yeah, I'll also have more friends that are going to use stuff that play Vanguard, so that's probably also going to help. Anyway, so this is great. I'm so happy. And if you guys think that I'm not actually crying, I'm not actually crying. But yeah, no, but this is still good. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Remember to have a great day and keep card fighting. And play Angel Feather, because Metatron is amazing. Goodbye.